All right, so we're going to go over how you can do notebook dev in Google Colaboratory today. Now, the goal here is to never once leave your repository. There's pros and cons with this. The easiest method by far is going into one of your notebooks that you want to be working off of. And from there, download the notebook, open up a Linux subsystem terminal, and then from the terminal, run your notebook convert, build library, and pull and push to your GitHub repository. This way you don't have to deal with any of the issues that come along with working on a GitHub that I'm going to go over. But for those of you that just exclusively want to work out of Colaboratory and never once leave anything and touch anything, we're going to walk through how to do this. So in my repository here, I have a base setup for everything you need. This includes the settings. Now you should go through and modify what you believe you need to modify. The one additional change compared to the standard template is our requirements needs Google Colab in order for us to work with our Google Drive. But besides that, everything is pretty much the same. So let's look through what we have to do. Now first, you're going to open up just a random notebook, and first you're going to fork over my repository into your repository. And from there, we need an initial clone. So we want to go ahead and simply connect to a runtime. You're going to mount your drive, connect to it. In my case, we'll go off to one of my different accounts. So we'll go over here to my student account, hit allow, copy this sign in, and paste the authorization here. Now this only has to be done once to get the GitHub repository on your system. From here, we're going to change directory into drive/my drive. And finally, we can run a git clone. I can go ahead and copy my repository over. And you can run this, and it'll clone everything in there, and now you're set up. Now, a lot of what we're going to be doing is looking at how we can streamline updating our Git repository and setting up our drive. So in every notebook, since it is Google Drive and it's not exactly up to date yet in terms of things that are installed, you need to do a pip install every single time you start a runtime. Now from here, since we're working out of our drive, we want to have a quick way to set up our drive when we're not just working out of the initial notebooks or so. Now, no matter what, you will have to do this, but what setup drive allows us to do is if we need to grab an update somewhere, we can do that. Now, each time you mount it, you're going to have to sign in, but from there, you shouldn't need to do it anymore, because if you wait a few minutes, your Google Drive should catch up. If not, force a remount and restart your instance, and your notebook should be updated, but this shouldn't necessarily be needed. I thought it was initially, but I've noticed it hasn't been. Now, a lot of what you're about to see is heavy lifting. In practice, all that's going to be needed for you to set up everything to run is the following. Mount your drive, change directory to it, and now we're working out of it. And then from there, when we're ready to export, we're just going to call setup git and a git push. And that's all that's needed. So how do we get to that point? Well, with Notebook Dev and with Python, you're not allowed to use escape commands whenever you're scripting. And so the first thing we're going to do is set up our Git repository. Now, by setup, I mean we need to link our mounted drive to GitHub on this particular server. We have to do this every time because of collab security and the fact of how you don't really have session persistence. And so we need to update who we are, where we are, and make sure that GitHub knows to accept our pushes. So I have this setup git function here. Essentially, we're just going to run a git config, git init, and add the origin. But the difference is now we're doing it all through subprocesses and OS. So now we only have to do this once, and then we can just call it how we normally would. So we're going to make a path to our Git repository. We're going to run setup git, pass in the name of the library, your username, your password, and your email. Now remember to delete or replace your password and your email each time that you call it, so that way you don't risk exposing sensitive information. From there, we can do a Git Push, which essentially is the same thing as above, except we're also going to install our hooks and build the library each time. And now we just add, commit, and push. And now we can push to GitHub. When you're pushing commits, though, make sure not to include any spaces. If someone else has an idea for how to improve this, please let me know. But it will actually break what it's doing. Now, I think there's a way, given how the commands are right here, but I'm not 100% sure. If you guys know or have figured out how to make that work a little better, that'd be great, because sometimes it is easy to forget that. Now, that's all that's needed for the setup, because you're going to be working out of your cloned repository or this template, and all that's needed is for you to save your notebook. If you notice that it's not working, some of the easiest debugs I found is first make sure, and by bugs I mean it's not pushing to GitHub for whatever reason. First run setup git again, just to make sure that works. And the second is on Git Push, make sure that you remember your commit message doesn't have a space in it. Now let's go over to modules again, just to show what this will look like whenever we're all ready. So we're going to just have this modules, and all we're going to do is make a function that returns the sum. So we're always going to want to pip install notebook dev and import our drive. Now remember, we don't have access to the library yet, so that drive mounting function we made doesn't quite have a purpose yet. Now we can import our path library and change directory to our git path. Now we can actually call from our notebook dev collab.core, which has all of our Git information, all those long functions that we made. We'll make this quick addition function, foo, and now we'll put in our hooks and update the library. And this is as simple as first doing setup git. Now, because we changed directories, this isn't the same as before. Now we just want to run what's current, which is the dot, and we needed that to get access to our copied libraries. We'll obviously need the name still, our name, password, and the email. And then it's just a git push. And that's all that's really needed to get it all up and running. It's not too hard, and you never once download anything or leave your instance. Now, again, the simplest way for you to do everything is just to do a file download, and then you can run, your export notebooks and whatnot and work from there without needing this extra bulkiness. But I tried to make it as streamlined as possible for you guys, so this will be available as a template. That way you don't necessarily need to go through and fix Git Push and set up Git, and it can just become a sort of, I just need to do this first, set it up, and everything will be fine. Now, some known bugs that I've seen. First is if you push and you notice nothing's being updated, again, make sure that you check the commit message, because sometimes it might not, or it might have a space and you don't realize it. Second, make sure you're saving your notebook a lot. And for those who don't know, the quick way is doing a Control S. Saving a lot updates it internally on the server, and usually if you wait about a minute, you can push and it'll update everything. And then the last bug that I've noticed is this index notebook is supposed to update the README. However, I have not noticed it doing that. If you guys can figure out how to fix this, that would be great, because I have no idea what might be going wrong there. The last thing, and this is a slightly major one, is I'm yet to figure out how to get the tests working. Now, specifically what's failing is, you can check for yourself, but basically we have these exceptions in the two notebooks. Now, this isn't necessarily something related to Colab. I've noticed this when I just purely clone the repository. However, this is available for you guys to use as a template, and I hope that you guys will use Google Colab as much as I have been, because it's a great free resource, and for projects that require a GPU or you're more comfortable working out of Colab compared to working on your local system, I tried to build this so you guys can have a lot easier time. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me on the forum. Thank you.